So my name is Tia Alkazaz, and I am the business manager of sun care solutions for Hallstar Beauty. And, I really focus on helping brands and formulators bridge the gap between where sunscreen and sun care is today and where it's going to be headed in the next 5 to 10 years. Certainly, there's a lot of regulations that come into play, and whether they be the regional regulations or the constraints with developing a global formulation, it's really my job to help guide brands and customers with the knowledge and the effective solutions needed to produce sun care products that will be able to penetrate and grow in markets and worldwide.
And really, to that end, can you talk to us a bit about how consumer attitudes toward natural products are changing?
Of course. So consumers are really gravitating towards healthier lifestyles, and they've become more mindful of the products that they're using, including their sun care products. Effective UV protection is at the heart of consumer preferences, though now more than ever before, consumers are really questioning ingredients in their sun care products in an effort to select formulations which not only provide UV protection, but do so including ingredients that they feel good about using. So, looking at consumer research from Mintel and Euromonitor indicates that more than half of female consumers in the United States seek natural products, and 40% of those who purchase natural beauty products do so because they're deemed safer than the alternative. And this growing natural interest in sun care products, it's not limited to just the United States. This is a global phenomenon. In the UK, greater than 60% of sun care users agree that there should be more natural sun care products available. And in China, over half of face or body sunscreen users want their ideal facial or body sunscreen product to be natural. So consumers are increasingly aware of the effects of UV radiation on skin health and appearance all year round. And this is driving the demand for natural sunscreen solutions worldwide.
So, how are these trends impacting sun care?
So even though, the term natural is not regulated by a specific governing body, brands and retailers have their own definitions, and consumers may seek out natural in regards to ingredients and labeling to determine if those products satisfy their own standards. So for some consumers, this may mean that the product helps to preserve planetary biodiversity, or that it's safe for sensitive skin, or for others, natural may mean that these products are free of controversial ingredients. To meet the demand and comply with regulations, many sun care formulators and brands are turning towards the use of mineral UV filters, such as zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, because they're perceived as safer on both consumer and environmental health. Also, an array of plant based ingredients hold the potential to help enhance SPF and PFA performance in order to really tap into those natural and skin friendly trends. Hallstar is working to expand our available sun care solutions to include technologies inspired by nature, designed to complement natural formulations and also help overcome challenges when developing cosmetically elegant sunscreens.
When it comes to sun care, efficacy is everything. So, what challenges do consumers have in understanding sun care product efficacy?
Consumers understand that sunscreens are paramount for preserving skin health, and they often look at a product's displayed SPF number to give them some idea of its efficacy. But a surprisingly large number of millennial consumers have a poor understanding of how SPF, or the sun protection factor, works. 24% of US millennial consumers agree that SPF levels can be confusing, and 35% of millennials in the UK believe that the SPF value refers to the number of minutes that you can spend in the sun before you need to reapply sun protection. So, without any clear quality indicators or application guidance, consumers often rely on advertising or opinion leaders to tell them which sunscreen might be better. And even in selecting that sunscreen, their lack of photoprotection knowledge may result in a false sense of protection during product use.
Hmm. So, how can formulations and marketing strategies really address this widespread confusion or misunderstanding?
Building a successful sun care brand requires empowering consumers with photoprotection knowledge, the difference between UVA and UVB rays, the significance of protection that is broad spectrum. This can help to cut through empty claims. If you look at Dr. Brian Diffie's research on sunscreens and skin photobiology, he's noted this sunscreen sunburn paradox where people who use a high SPF sunscreen frequently experience sunburn. And he points out several factors as to why this may be, and two of them is because people normally apply much less sunscreen than is used during the testing process to determine a product's SPF, and the application of sunscreen on consumers is typically haphazardly and it's not uniform. So, guiding consumers is important as there's aspects to be aware of, including sun protection factors, skin types, and ensuring the right amount of product is used and then reapplied. Emerging brands in the sun care space, including Black Girl Sunscreen, Everyday Humans, and Basque Sun Care, have made consumer education their ethos and share this mission of starting the conversation around sun safety that spans generation and race. So, consumer education really goes hand in hand with producing products that people want to use. If the formulation and the format of the sun care product is well received by consumers and it delivers this pleasant application experience, then consumers are more likely to use the product and reapply the product, which increases the chances of adequate sun protection.
Hmm. And that really leads us to my next question. What are consumer expectations regarding feel-good formulations?
Right. So there's been this shift in consumer expectations from function and efficacy to sensory and emotional benefits. And manufacturers are increasingly using a variety of scientific methods to measure consumer responses to products based on each of our five senses. And this same attention to consumer sensory reactions in other personal care products is also evident in the sun care space. And certainly, the pandemic has reinforced these goals because consumers are seeking feel good formulations and self care options during stressful times. So, while consumers are seeking out natural products, there's this fine balance between performance and aesthetics that formulators and brands need to consider because consumers are not willing to sacrifice aesthetics. And the top aesthetic concerns cited by consumers for the underuse of sunscreens are transparency and skin feel. So, yes, consumers want effective UV protection, but it's critical that their sun care formulations spread smoothly, deliver a pleasant skin feel, dry smoothly, and don't cause whitening. And this is becoming increasingly important as sun care is no longer limited to beachwear and
Mhm.
UV filters are more commonly integrated into daily wear skincare products as really part of this holistic preventative approach to address signs of aging for healthier skin. So it's reasonable to expect that formulations with improved aesthetics help to encourage consumers to apply more product and therefore will get closer to the labeled SPF. So the most effective sunscreen is the one that consumers are actually going to want to wear and reapply consistently.
Hmm. So, bringing all of these elements together, how can brands work to innovate in their formulations to meet all of these expectations?
It is certainly a challenge to formulate a cosmetically elegant sunscreen for a variety of reasons. Manufacturers may compromise on cosmetic properties to optimize efficacy or vice versa. And brands who are looking to innovate and provide customers with natural sun care solutions have several approaches to consider. The use of physical sunscreen filters, physical UV filters, really aligns with this natural mega trend as zinc oxide and titanium dioxide are derived from mineral sources. They're sustainable and they're considered inert. But one of the most common concerns associated with mineral based sunscreens is whitening, or this white cast effect that's left on your skin after application. And zinc oxide is often sought after as a mineral UV filter because it provides UVA and UVB protection, it's globally acceptable, and it has a lower refractive index than titanium dioxide. And this means that it's going to be more transparent option of the two by weight. The limitation with zinc oxide is that the use level needs to be fairly high, about 20 to 25%, to achieve an SPF of 20 to 40. And even though zinc oxide is more transparent than titanium dioxide, at this high of a use level, formulators will need to combat whitening and a chalky skin feel. So, one way to reduce whitening is to reduce the level of zinc oxide. Though, because zinc oxide is a UV filter, decreasing its level in formulation will decrease the sun protection efficacy. So, to improve the level of sun protection with a reduction of zinc oxide, Hallstar is launching a naturally derived multifunctional emollient inspired by turmeric called Solapure Glow. And this ingredient leverages the phytoconstituents present in turmeric to promote overall skin health while also allowing formulators to achieve similar SPF and PFA performance with a reduction of zinc oxide when used in mineral sunscreen systems. And this solution not only aims to improve the transparency, but also enhances the skin feel during consumer application. And another consideration is the proper dispersion of zinc oxide and the use of emulsifiers to improve emulsion stability, the sensorial profile, and the dermatological compatibility of the formulation. So recently, Hallstar launched Olive M 2090, a cold process water and oil naturally derived emulsifier to really fill this gap in sun care. And this technology improves spreadability and enables an elegant after feel while allowing for reduction in solvent quality because of its powder dispersion properties. So with the use of mineral UV filters on the rise to align with this shift to natural, beauty brands can seek to incorporate multifunctional plant-derived ingredients designed to enhance sun protection performance while improving the tactile and visual aesthetics of formulations. And I'm sure you're aware there has been a flood of media attention recently towards the safety of sun care ingredients, and consumers are becoming more savvy in choosing formulations that provide sun protection with ingredients that they can feel good about using. And I mentioned earlier that the most effective sunscreen is the one that consumers will actually wear and reapply consistently. So, successful innovation in this space demands brands to explore natural strategies for optimizing performance and skin feel.
Well, Tia, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to me today.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.